let's talk about conventions. Let's start with the definition. Definition of conventions is a way in which something is usually done, and appropriate means it is suitable for a particular case. So when we look at a website, for example, you see at the top of the website there's the navigation bar. That's normally where the menu bar, the navigation bar sits. It's convention or conventional. It's a little bit determined by the time it gets used in. For instance, in the 80s, we wore fluorescent clothes. You wouldn't do that anymore. What was conventional back in the 80s is not conventional anymore. So it's linked to the times. But convention is the way that we usually do things in. Right. So the conventions I want to focus on for my song, for my revived school song, are these ones. I did some research on some songs, and these are the conventions I came up with. So the first one is a high and steady tempo of about 129 to 150 beats per minute. You can see here in the Daft Punk One More Time that this is about 123 beats per minute. Which sounds pretty good to me. 123 is reasonably low, but it's probably something I'll go with because it needs to be appealing to students. I can't have it too quick, so maybe 123 is actually pretty good. So the next convention would be vocals are pretty sparse. So if you listen at the lyrics of the song, One More Time, there's about as much lyrics in there as the Ad Lucum's song. There's a lot of repeat in there, but it's about the same as the school song at the moment. As you can hear as well from this song, there's a lot of electronic instruments. So everything that you hear is reasonably electronic. Not a lot of classic instruments being used. Instruments that you can hear might be samples, but lots of it are electronic instruments. Then the next convention normally used in EDM songs, there's individual layers of instruments. What you can hear is really you can pick out those individual layers of instruments, whereas you would normally in a rock song or maybe in a classic song, you would have all those layers, all those instruments fused together. In EDM, it's very much layered up upon layer and very individual. So, and the last one is some of those layers are actually out of meter of the song, and it's to kind of make sure there's the attention drawn to those instruments. So some of the instruments might be out of the meter of the song, which means it's out of the tempo of the song. It might go a bit slower or a bit faster, and that's kind of convention in EDM as well. So out of those conventions, I might use the high and steady pace. I might look at reasonably low end BPM, so maybe 123. Vocals will be sparse, but obviously it's a key component of the song, so I might break that convention. It's made with electronic instruments. I will definitely go with electronic instruments because I'll be making it on the computer. I might take some samples, but definitely most of it will be electronic instruments, and those instruments will be layered quite individual because I'll be setting it up in some software on the computer without too much blending, and I'll definitely look at maybe having one of those layers going out of the tempo of the song just to kind of highlight that layer of that song. I'll push those ones away. Done. So the next video will be about user experience methodologies. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching.
Feeling so free, we're gonna celebrate.